Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Yoruus speaking and welcome to another part of my first look with Brave New World, and we are at Civilization and Leaders, part 2, I believe. Okay, we've just finished Portuguese, and next stop is Rome, Russia, Siam, Spain, Sweden, Aztecs, Celts, Huns, Inca, Maya. Whoa, okay, we've got the Shoshone. Interesting, okay. I don't speak your language. Yes, and you don't speak mine. Okay, but I still understand you. Alright. Let's skip the history for now, and let's see the leader. Pocatello. Founded city start with additional territory. Units receive a combat bonus when fighting within their own territory. The question is how much bonus is it? But fighting in your own territory, that's nice. With defensive wars you get extra territory right away. And a founded city probably, I don't know, maybe instead of one ring you get 2 rings. So that's really huge thing. I would have to test that to see how that works. But this sounds strong, a very, very strong trait, especially for multiplayer when you know, like there's a clutch for cities and you see a natural fate wonder. If this works like 2 rings, then you can plant like 2 tiles away and you still get it. That's for multiplayer great expanse. This sounds like a hugely strong leader trait, really hugely strong. Wow, that's just impressive, let's be honest. And next stop, Pathfinder. Excellent at exploring and fearsome in combat. This Shoshone unique unit replaces the scout. It possesses a promotion that allows it to choose the benefit when uncovering an ancient ruin. And only the a scout and fights Combat 8? Combat 8? Scout with Combat 8? Oh my goodness. To choose the benefit when uncovering an ancient ruin costs more than a scout, right? But how much more? Well, double the price of a scout. But still, combat strand 8, and they can choose the ancient ruin bonus. If I seen correctly, one of the learn of plays, I think, who was doing that? Prime or maybe LC? Or maybe Majin, I don't know. So one of them I did see. No, it was actually. All right, never. I don't remember who that was, but one of the other learn to players that do videos on YouTube. Probably the links are on my main page of the channel. I did see Shoshone somewhere there, and I believe. I don't know if it works for every scout or just globally, but I've seen that you cannot choose from a second ruin the same bonus. So it has to be another bonus from an ancient ruin. But I don't know if that works for 2 scouts. That would need testing, but still this is very strong if you play a free-for-all and with ancient ruins. Get a scout and get there and get a free pop or a technology in the right moment. Well, you can basically wait a little bit before you take the ruin and choose the best bonus that benefits you. So this gets away the randomness from ancient ruins and get actually planning to this. Plus the 8th strand that just, well, warriors are basically useless. So you just get some scouts. The only problem, you cannot upgrade them, but still if you find a ruin, just upgrade them to if I seen correctly, they upgrade to a composite bowman. They do not upgrade to an archer, but they upgrade to a composite bowman. So this is a great unit. Very nice, very strong unit. Yeah, basically this is a very strong unit. Okay, and next thing you've got in here is Comanche Riders. Comanche Riders replaces what? Another cavalry replacement. Alright, mountain unit that specialize in quick attacks may only be built by the Shoshone. The Comanche Riders replaces the cavalry and only the Shoshone may build it. Cheaper and faster than the base unit. Cheaper, 89 hammers, well, a bit cheaper, 10% cheaper. But faster? Full Moon Striker. +1 movement, alright. So they got movement 5. Oh, not bad. Nothing extra super special, but not bad. The leader trait and the scout, the replacement of the scout, makes this civilization a very great multiplayer opponent when you play with ruins. That's the scout replacement, but the leader trait is, well, probably I should do a test. Well, I could actually do the test right now, right? So let's do the test right now. Okay, exit. I will just pause this video for a second. Be right back. Okay, hello, welcome back, and shown. Now, let's check. What do we have? Oh my goodness! Wow. Let me count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tiles. 8 extra tiles. Wow, that's nice. So this actually makes this civ like crazy. I mean, like crazy. Okay, let me just set like something, and I want to plant another city to just see how this works, because this looks okay. I will plant in here. That's 3 tiles, and let's. Wow, Shoshone is crazy for multiplayer. This civilization is crazy. I mean, from all the leader traits and all the stuff, even Assyria, that sounds like a very strong civ, well, Poland, but this, I mean, this is not that extra special, but seriously, with gold problems right now, as you can see, river tiles does not get gold. Actually, let's just put the yield icons. You see, they don't get gold, so this is huge when you actually do not have spend money to buy tiles that you need. Well, Shoshone, you're a crazy civ. Oh, and we can actually check that combat bonus, 50% combat bonus in your territory. So this is just like a free Himeji castle, and you get that extra territory right away. Shoshone, you're strong. You're a very strong multiplayer civilization. You're a very strong overall civilization. That leader trait is just, whoa. Well, I don't have the words to describe this, how strong this leader trait is. Okay, but let's get next civ, the Zulus. Alright, we have Shaka. Shaka melee units cost 50% less maintenance. All units require 25. This is nice. This is nice. This is a very good leader trait. Since this we have gold problems, probably, well, from I heard, we have gold problems in expansion when it comes to warmongering. So actually 50% less maintenance on melee units is, well, it's not that huge, because most of the units that you actually build are range, but still melee units are good with a skilled player that can use melee units, knights and, well, infantry. This actually works well, and 50% less maintenance is 50% more army, simple. So this is not bad. This is something that is actually quite nice. 25% less experience to earn their next promotion, which means they can have, well, very strong units 25% faster than any other civ. So nothing extra special with the leader trait. Mediocre, I would say. Well, comparing to Shoshone, it's not that good, but it's not bad either. Okay, what do they have next? Unique units. Replacement of a pike. Specialized in defeating Impi, specialized in defeating knights and other mountain units. Only the Zulu may build it. Also performs a first strike range attack before combat. What? Also performs a first strike range attack before combat. Before engaging in melee, the Impi performs a spear throw attack that can damage or kill the enemy unit before making contact. This is very interesting. Spear throw. This is very strong. I mean, it's a pike, and a pike that first throws a pike at you and then slaughters you with a pike. Which means this, I wonder if this, no, it's melee combat, right? And melee. So this is a great unit for engaging knights. Very strong. I mean, like, this is a super extra pike. Very strong against knights. And a unique building, Ikanda. Unique Zulu barracks replacement grants unique promotions to pre-gunpowder melee units. The barrack which it replaces, the Ikanda grants a unique set of promotions to pre-gunpowder units created within this city. This include faster movement and greater combat strength. Well, this is nice. So this is a strongly warmongering civ. Those promotions are great. Well, overall, this looks pretty interesting. A civ that focuses hugely on melee combat, and those barracks and all that good stuff, the special units. This civilization is actually a pretty strong, focused on melee units. I wonder how this will work in melee environment where, well, probably we shall see, but probably crossbows still dominate the early warfare when it comes to units. But this MP is nice against melee, not only especially good against knights, but melee great. And that barracks sounds nice. Alright, let's get to the last extra civ. Venice. Enrique Dandolo. Serenissima. Cannot gain settlers nor annexed cities. Okay, double the normal number of trade routes available. A merchant of Venice appears after researching optics. May purchase in puppeted cities. Okay, so you cannot make settlers or you cannot annex cities, but you still can buy. So this is an interesting concept. In multiplayer, I would say this is interesting. If this can actually work in a multiplayer competitive environment. I mean, like in a single player, people go OCC all the time, and it actually works. And with this, you don't go through OCC. You can gain puppets, and you can buy in those puppets. You have more trade routes, so theoretically, it's interesting, peaceful, like a combination of a peaceful civilization that can still go warmongering. Very interesting concept, but in multiplayer playing against humans, well, first let's check what do they have. Merchant of Venice. Cost 1 hammer. This Venetian unique great person replaces the great merchant. Aside from the ability to conduct a trade mission, the Merchant of Venice can purchase city-states outright. Whoa. Okay, when you see Venice, do not let them get near a city-state. This is interesting. This is actually very interesting. I mean, you still get a puppet. I mean, you cannot control that city that much. You can still build in that city, but this looks like a very strong late game. I mean, like late game or somewhere in mid game, when you actually get good merchants, you can buy outright a city-state with all their army. So this is like an Austrian unique unit, but you don't need to ally and use gold. but you can just send Great Merchant, which is much easier than get gold probably in this. So this is pretty interesting leader trade, but still this is a very city-state dependent, and well, in single player perhaps yes, but in multiplayer Venice sounds like a very hard civilization to be used, especially, well, in duels it's absolutely useless. You cannot OCC without city-states. It's not almost not possible. But for a free-for-all with city-states, I think it's a very, very hard civ to play. Gonna be interesting to see a match with a Venice. Sounds interesting. Okay. And next up, Great Gallias. A brutally powerful medieval naval unit used to wrest control of the seas. Better at attacking and defending than the normal Galleys, it replaces but more expensive. Range combat, combat strength 18. Well, it has much more better combat strength. And nothing extra. Costs more. How much more? Not that much. I mean, like, come on, 4 hammers. That's nothing for that extra combat strength. Now they get like 2 more combat strength and 3 more range combat for only 4 hammers. So pretty nice. The picture is very cool. I like it very much. So Venice, you sound like an interesting civ. Yeah, you sound like a very interesting civ when it comes to multiplayer. I wonder if I roll this somewhere how this will going to work. Okay, let's summarize this. This episode, this civ civilization overview. And again, we've got Assyria, and Assyria sounds like a very cool civ. Very, I would say it's a warmongering civ, but needs careful planning and a skillful use. I mean, you can go lower brackets with tech and steal other techs from the upper brackets when you actually go fight with the unit. So this is pretty nice. The unique unit is strong, and the royal library is pretty strong as well. And next up was Brazil. Brazil was well, this is a culture civ, very culture civ, focused civ. An interesting unique unit for a later era when you actually have to defend your culture, your borders, and actually building army helps your culture with the golden age. So this looks interesting. Culture focused civ. Next up was Greece, India, Indonesia. Yeah, Indonesia, nothing extra special in here except the leader trade on a watery map sounds ridiculously overpowered when you get 2 free luxuries and 3 first cities founded, and you can found 3 more thanks to those luxuries. So this is a very strong thing. Very, very strong thing. Okay, next up was Morocco. Morocco, a very interesting civ. If it's ridiculously strong on desert. Ridiculously strong on desert. But if you're not on desert, well, still that replacement of color is pretty strong. But if you get desert with unique improvement and that desert 50% more combat strength, this is a desert civ. If you see Morocco on desert, let them be. Don't fight on desert with Morocco, honestly. Poland, very flexible, very adjustable civ. The leader trade is very strong. Social policies are very strong. Unique unit is strong, and the stable replacement is just insanely good. So this looks like a very flexible civ that can adapt to probably any victory condition that you actually want. Very nice balanced civ, I would say. Next up was Portuguese. Well, Portuguese are city-state dependent civ. If you get a city-states, then you're good. You can build that unique improvement, and you can get that free luxuries from city-state that you actually do not have to pay for. So this looks interesting, but that's very situational. Next up was Shoshone. Shoshone, my favorite in this expansion. I think this leader trait is exceptionally strong for multiplayer environment. Exceptionally strong Great Expanse. This looks insanely powerful. And plus the Pathfinder, well, the Comanche Rider is nothing special. Pathfinder is very good when you play with Ancient Ruins, but Great Expanse is just insanely overpowered in my opinion. That looks just crazy. And next up, the Zulus, nothing special in here. Zulus, nothing special in here. Melee unit focused Civ with great replacement of pikemen, but again very situational. Very situational, but still this pike replacement is very strong. If you build a special build and get this pike, you get like double attack on the pike. So this actually can work with this unique replacement, and they actually upgrade to, yeah, this is actually interesting. I didn't notice that at the first. This pike upgrades to rifleman, so you can get still a rifleman with that extra attack. So this looks interesting. Yeah, rifleman's throwing a spear. Well, this can work. Zulus can work with only melee units focused. Sounds very interesting, especially if those promotions, like you get a lot of stuff, you get a lot of those pikes early on with a Kanda, you get I don't know, extra movement or greater combat strength, and you keep those promotions in later era, then you can actually work with those melee units. That sounds very interesting, I have to say. And last but not least, the Venice. Well, in multiplayer, very situational. OCC, forced to go OCC, can only puppet cities, so and buy in those cities. So, well, either you go warmongering or you stay OCC and you just defend. And you can buy city-states with great merchants, but still there has to be great merchants. There has to be city-states on the map that you can access to, that you can defend, and so on and so forth. So this is going to be well, I think this is going to be the hardest civilization to get used to in a multiplayer environment when you play against humans that actually can counter leader traits and all that stuff. I think my favorite, like for the strongest Civ in the expansion at the moment, just from looking on the information, is Shoshone. Honestly, Shoshone with that great expanse leader trait. Look at this. I just planted 2 cities and look how much territory did I get. So you can basically plant this and get free a lot of territory with that great bonus, free Himeji Castle. Shoshone, you're a beast. You're simply a beast. Yeah. Alright. Well, thank you very much for watching. I will end this part in here. And see you next time. Best wishes, Yoruus out.